Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Astro Thoughts Podcast. On today's podcast episode, we will be talking about the easiest astral projection method that will supposedly have you astral projecting tonight. I wanted to talk about this method because I saw it on the astral projections subreddit uh, over this past week, and it's just what everyone has been talking about on that subreddit to the point where mods kind of basically banned any further discussion of this method. Everyone who was just starting to learn about astral projection was having success stories. People who were struggling for years to astral project was having success stories, and then that subreddit just got flooded with everyone talking about this method. So it was very funny. But so I'll kind of just dive in and just tell you what this method is, and I'll kind of talk about, the science behind it, why it works, and spiritually as well. And I'll kind of talk about my kind of success story with this method. So to dive right in, I guess what you would call this method is the head tilt method. And it's called that because all you do is just tilt your head and you pop out of your body. But there's a few steps before you actually pop out. So I'll kind of break it down of what actually occurs and how you do it. So the head tilt method, step one is you wake up from a nap or a deep sleep, and then after you wake up from that nap or deep sleep, what you want to do is just lie still, don't move. And the most important, I guess, disclaimer I should say is that you have 30 seconds. There's a 30-second window after you wake up from that nap or sleep to tilt your head. So, one, wake up naturally from a nap or deep sleep and stay still. Don't move at all. So that's kind of the hard part. And then two, once you're staying still, you just want to ever so slightly raise your head upward off your pillow. So you're doing that, like I said, very slowly, gently, no fast movements. And so, like, all this has to be done within 30 seconds. That's the caveat. So, no fast movements, go slow, tilt your head. But, in that order I told you. So, I guess the next thing we'll kind of break down is, scientifically, from my point of view of why it may work. As a scientist, I kind of like to break things down and try to figure out, like why it may work, why it may work out, and why people are having such like high success rates with it. So, so when we wake up from a nap or a deep sleep, our body is in sleep paralysis, right? So during sleep paralysis, our body shuts off our motor control, so we don't physically act out our dreams. And in the part where you have to move very slowly, is because with you moving ever so slightly, you're sending like the lightest possible signal throughout your nervous system that doesn't wake up your body. Because if you do any like type, so say for example, you wake up from your nap or deep sleep, and you jump up to turn off your alarm or something, what you're essentially doing is like sending fast signals to your nervous system and waking you right up. It wakes your body up. So that's why you want to do the slow movements. I guess the next part as well is like why the head. Why is it you have to move your head slightly, not your arm or your leg or something. And with that, I believe it's just because that's kind of like where our balance system is in our body. So like the vestibular system that I'm talking about is like that's how you kind of have your orientation, or you feel the sensation of movement. So like that slightest tilt of your head creates that sensation of moving. So that's kind of, I think, why it works out. I guess, and then spiritually, and like many cultures, everyone believes that consciousness is seated in the head of individuals. So think about that, like, your third eye or your pineal gland. So you kind of lifting your head slightly or gently, you're symbolically kind of, lifting the seat of awareness out of your physical body, which is kind of, cool, I guess. Um, so I guess now, or there's one important thing. So I think I should mention. So with the whole steps to this, I kind of thought about it, after reading that post, um, or the whole sleep paralysis thing. So like, while you're in sleep paralysis, you can't, obviously move your body, so you can't tilt your head while in sleep paralysis. So sorry. So what you need to do is, so I guess step one, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're in sleep paralysis, you want to wait. If you can try to attempt to leave your body after you feel the vibrations subside. But if you miss it, just know that after the sleep paralysis ends, you have that second attempt with this head tilt method. So I guess that's what I'll kind of be doing from now on. Is if I wake up in the middle of the night during sleep paralysis, or have sleep paralysis at all at some point, I'll try to use my regular rollout method that I use. But if that doesn't work, I'll just remember, okay, just stay still, and then I'll just do the head tilt method. So I guess there should be some added steps, I guess. So I guess one, if you wake up in sleep paralysis, just try your regular method that you try. But if you fail at that attempt, just know that you have that second attempt with the head tilt method, because all you need to do is wake up from your nap or deep sleep and just stay still. And then after you stay still, you remember you have that 30 seconds to just ever so slightly raise your head upward off your pillow. And at that moment, like they say, you should just be out your body. Um, so I guess just remember that. So I just hopefully I just want people to do it correctly and have some success with it. So now uh, I'll kind of talk about my experience with it. So the night I learned about it, I tried it, and I kind of did some practicing as well. As I'm laying down, I laid flat on my back, my head on my pillow, and I would kind of just practice that movement of ever so slightly raising my head upward off my pillow. And I kind of did it maybe like, say, 10 times, just doing that slow movement, just really feeling um, the weight of your head as you lift your head up off the pillow and raise it back down. Just kind of get familiar with that movement. So what had happened now was I woke up in the middle of the night, and I woke up in sleep paralysis. And I'm not gonna lie, that head tilt method was not the first thing on my mind. The first thing on my mind was the rollout method. I tried the rollout method. I don't think it worked. I think I felt like I was stuck, and then the sleep process ended, and um, then I tried the head tilt method, and I believe that's what got me out my body, because then I had popped up my body, and I was now like standing in my bedroom, and then exited my bedroom, went out into the hallway. So I did have a success. So I don't know if I'd attribute it to the head tilt method or my rollout method. I can't exactly remember, but I know I was able to astral project that night. Um, so yeah, guys, this was the podcast episode for today. I just wanted to really just shed some light on this astral projection method that everyone is talking about on that subreddit group. I hope you guys try it, and if it works, please comment below. If you guys have any other methods that you guys that use and you guys have success stories, please let me know as well. But like I said, uh, the quick steps is one, wake up from sleep, wake up from like a nap, sleep, or sleep paralysis. Um, and then after the sleep paralysis ends, or once your nap ends or deep sleep ends, just lie completely still, don't move, and just remember you have 30 seconds to ever so slightly lift your head upward off your pillow. Um, and then after that, you should be out. Like I said, I had some kind of success, but hopefully you guys have more success as well. So thank you guys. Hope you guys hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.